DreamHack Open is brought to you by Corsair, Intel, and Monster Energy.
Welcome to DreamHack Open Leipzig, where today it is Championship Sunday. By the end of the day, one of our 4 teams will have claimed the DreamHack Open trophy and taken the title as DreamHack Open Leipzig champions. My name is Freya, your host for the duration of the weekend, and joining me are the wonderful Potter and Maniac. Guys, what a weekend this has been so far. It is delivered on every level.
Yeah, it's been absolutely beautiful, an amazing weekend of Counter-Strike. I just ended up making 5 seconds ago. I was running around, so now I'm pumped. I'm in the mood. I'm just like the teams. I'm ready for playoff. I'm ready for Counter-Strike to begin, and I'm sure that we're going to have a great day.
100% is definitely going to be delivering. And of course, a massive shout out to our sponsors, Intel, Corsair and Monster Energy. Thank you so much for joining us at the first DreamHack Open tournament of the year. But I feel like today it's bittersweet, right? I'm so excited that we're going to be seeing who's lifting the trophy, but I'm also really sad that it's coming to an end so soon. We've only had 2 days. This is our last day here in Leipzig. It's been an experience, hasn't it?
It really has. I guess I should have done what Matthew did and ran to the death segment to kind of wake up early in the morning. Yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to this. If these matches today are as exciting as they were yesterday, then we're in for a big, big day today.
Well, that's a perfect touching point. I think we need to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. In case anybody at home wasn't tuned in, there were some incredible games. So any particular highlights? I'll start off with you, Maniac.
I'll make it easy. If you missed yesterday for some reason, you have no valid reason to have missed yesterday, but if you had to, then go and watch that North versus Heroic game. You need to watch it. That was an amazing comeback from Heroic. Down on the second map, everything looking grim. Looks like they were going to get kicked out in the group stage, and they make that comeback on Overpass. They go on to train and they dismantle North. Absolutely beautiful. They make their way to the playoffs. I mean, I'm still excited just thinking about the game. So if you're home right now, just watch today. First watch the action, and then tomorrow, go watch that game.
Yeah, there were so many amazing highlights from that matchup. I kind of want to delve into that just a little bit more because obviously we saw that switch from Heroic coming out in the second map. And then in map 3, it was all about them. We kind of, obviously we spoke to the team afterwards, Stavin saying he didn't really feel like he had that much of an impact, but he undoubtedly did. Everybody stepped up from that team.
He definitely did. And it's so good to see the youngster. I mean, he's only 17 years old, right? And so getting that kind of experience, making those kinds of mistakes that he made yesterday and learning from it. You know, he's got a good head on his shoulders. And he was able to identify his mistakes just immediately after that match. And I think that kind of self-awareness is something that you don't see coming out of the younger players. And listen, Stavin is looking really good. Heroic is looking really good. He should be extremely proud of himself.
Exactly, indeed. Well, of course, we're going to be taking a look at what is in store for Counter-Strike 2020. There's so much going to be going down. And I in particular want to talk about the teams that we're going to be highlighting, that we're going to be focusing on. Maniac, I know you had a few words to say.
Okay, if we think about 2020, I believe that Fnatic and Mousesports need to be mentored, right? Mousesports, the first one, they had a rough period in the middle of 2019. Some people thought that maybe they had reached their limits, and then the end of the year was absolutely amazing. They win 3 trophies, a crazy amount of money. Woxy goes on to win MVPs left and right, absolutely beautiful. So they are very exciting for 2019. And then you have Fnatic, slowly. We don't talk about them so much, but they are on the 3rd place, I believe, in the world ranking. Brolan is coming into his own. Golden and Flusha go back. You know, the whole family is together again, and they start winning. So I believe that we need to keep an eye on Fnatic as well for 2020.
Yeah, 100%. I love that tweet from Golden when he said, I'm back ×2, because he's obviously been in between a lot of, he's been in between a lot of teams. I think it's great. It's great to see them doing a lot of work on that lineup. What about you, Potter? Who are you keeping your eye on?
I think I'm going to focus on a player for 2020. It's going to be Floppy from Cloud9. Now, I know they're already knocked out of the tournament, but he was a player that a lot of the top 20 players of 2019 said that he's a prospect to look out for this year. He's got a lot of promise, and I think that bodes really well for him. And again, they got knocked out, but look, they have Katowice coming up just in a few weeks. I know that they're going to remain in Europe and boot camp for a bit. So I think, we should raise our expectations of what we can expect to see from Cloud9.
100%. Now, I've quickly got to ask you, Maniac, whilst I'm here. If anybody knows me, they know that I'm a massive French CS fan. That was the sort of resurgence when I was coming into watching CS, was the Titan days, the Envy days. I absolutely love it.
Ooh,
and of course, your golden days,
you preface it
Maniac.
perfectly. Go ahead, music to my ears.
And of course, we've seen Vitality having that resurgence in form with Zywoo at the helm. And of course, he managed to get the HLTV World #1 ranking, which is unbelievable. Definitely keeping an eye on those guys coming into 2020.
It is absolutely impossible to talk 2020 without taking Zywoo, and also the duel that is going to be with Simple, because we heard that Simple is going to go back to the AWP. So now you can just imagine the prospect of these two clashing each other. Zywoo had probably what is the most successful first year at the top level that I have ever seen in my life. That was crazy. Now he's #1. I think he's a candidate for #1 in the next 10 years, as long as he wants to play Counter-Strike. He's a genius. But now you have Simple, he wants to fight back for that #1 spot as well. So that is also something to keep an eye on for 2020.
It's going to be a very cool rivalry indeed. But we also had the chance to speak to some of our players here at DreamHack Open and hear their goals for 2020. Let's take a look.
I think 2020 will be, for Cloud9, the year of redemption. I think we want to put Cloud9 back where it belongs, on top. We just keep working hard, we do what we need to do, and the wins will come.
This year for Mad Lions is going to be a tough year. We aim to make it into top 10. We want to be a consistent top 10 team in the world, and I think we can do it. And I think it will already start this weekend when we have won this Leipzig tournament. I actually feel we have it. Like, we lost 3 finals in a row last year, but in general, I think we are much more prepared, and I'm really looking forward to finally show it on the server.
2020 will be even brighter than 2019. We have had a few bad events in the past 2 months, I'd say. But yeah, I got high expectations. I think we can be a solid top 15 team.
I'm really looking forward to the year because we have a really good team fitting right now. Every player role is really fitting really well, and hopefully we will show it during the year.
We have like small goals. We want to reach the top 20 and stay there consistently. After that, everything can happen. It's possible that we can reach even the top 10 or so. We will see, but our main goal is to reach the top 20 for 2020 and to stay there.
Some big goals coming in there from some of our teams here at DreamHack Open. Of course, I love how Mad Lions were saying we want to consistently become a top 10 team, but we couldn't talk about the top 10 without talking about the big boys, Astralis. I know that they have been on the radar for so long. They've been up at the world #1 spot, and we can't talk about 2020 without mentioning them.
No, but the question becomes, what can we say that haven't been said already about Astralis, right? We doubted them periods of time where people were saying, what are you doing with the agenda, for example, the events? But now they're back on the top of the mountain. They're watching a Counter-Strike, just looking down on every team, like, okay, guys, when are you catching up? We're up there, we're waiting for you. So let's just assume that's going to be the case for 2020, and I hope that some other teams are going to challenge them, because that makes for great stories.
Yeah, 100%. And I love how the Danish teams here have been talking about we're going to become the second best team in Denmark. I think that's a really, really interesting storyline, because you just don't hear about teams wanting to become, the second best in their region. But it's not just Counter-Strike here in Leipzig, and Potter had the absolute pleasure of going and trekking out Dream League. Let's take a look at what she saw.
Hey, Potter, you want to check out Dream League?
Yeah, I love League of Legends. I wonder if Dream League is as nice as our CSGO area. Let's check out what this Dream League is all about. It's not League of Legends, guys, it's Dota 2. This is much bigger than our CSGO area. These are cool. We need these for CSGO. Team banners. Do you know that there's a CSGO being played right over there?
Yes, I'm aware of that, but I'm more of a fan of Dota 2.
Are you German?
No, I'm from Ukraine, actually.
From Ukraine? Okay. We have a CIS team over there playing CSGO. Virtus Pro, do you know them?
Yeah, but I don't like Virtus Pro. I'm a Navi fan.
Interesting. It's Elimination Day over there for CSGO.
I think I will stick to the Dota 2.
Are you sure?
I am.
All right, well, we tried, guys. Did you know that Sprout are playing later today? They're another German team.
I don't think I
Why not?
It's such a vision game.
because of Dota.
I was actually wondering where our CSGO booths went, and they're right there. Dota 2 stole them from us. How do you like League of Legends?
It's the best game.
It's the best game. It's good, right? I'm just kidding. I know it's Dota 2, but have you, this is Dota 2, yeah. All right, guys, all joking aside, I think it's incredible that there's a Dota 2 tournament right next to our CSGO stadium. I love it. I'm loving Dota 2. I'm gonna learn the game when I get home. Promise me you're gonna go sit down and watch some CSGO and become a fan. No. Okay.
I'm loving the commitment from you there, Christy. You know what, going over to those two, maybe to watch some, no, making people, forcing them to come over here and watch Counter-Strike.
I want to believe that some people migrated over here. You know, we had a pretty
might have won 10, 20 people just based on that video, honestly.
You never know.
You have.
I think we're pretty lucky here as well, because we've also got, have you guys seen the farming simulator league that's
I'm
going
not very
on?
familiar, but I was very interested.
I really want to go and watch some of that. It's sure to be very interesting.
But you guys know how tall I am. There's a tractor out there right outside the CSGO stage, and it's taller than I am. The wheels itself are taller than I am.
Oh, wow.
And it has to do with farming simulator. I'm not sure how, but it does.
should go find out.
Use it, you know, as a farmer.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Where I come from, we have many of these.
We need to go and find out. We'll go have a little walk and update you guys on how that is going. But also, like, you obviously went over and watched all that Dota 2 happening over there. An awesome stage, and the booths you pointed out that they stole from us.
That's actually a true story. Those booths themselves were the booths that we used at DreamHack CSGO events, and the Dota 2 guys took them from us.
Well, they have an incredible stage over there. Are you guys fans? I personally haven't actually played any Dota 2. I'm more of a League of Legends person, which I know apples and oranges kind of can't compare them really, but are you guys Dota 2 fans?
I used to play a little bit of Dota. I played a lot of League of Legends in a very dark period of my life. That's the only game that had me break a keyboard. I played Counter-Strike for 20 years. Of course, I had some raging here and there, but League of Legends had me bend the keyboard in two. When I was trying to grind the leagues, and you have someone in your team that just doesn't want to play the game, and you know that's it. You're over. You cannot play if someone from your team doesn't want to play.
Yeah, that's not
oh
okay.
my! Just thinking about it makes me know. So anyway, I tried. Yes.
Who did you guys main on League of Legends?
AD carry.
Okay.
80 carry as well.
There you go.
What champs? Sorry, this is really off topic.
By the time, it used to be Ezreal was really in the thing. Tristana, Caitlyn.
Okay, very nice. What about you, Potter?
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn?
I love Caitlyn,
Nice.
yeah.
I'm more of a support. Or a mid. I love a bit of Lux. I remember trying to play Lux.
Welcome to the League of Legends broadcast.
Yeah,
People just what is happening?
Okay, we're changing games, guys.
Well,
so
speaking of which, we're going to be getting back on schedule with our CS content. Of course, it will be semi-finals coming up very shortly after this break. Make sure you join us then.